Hey guys, so today I'm out here in the greenhouse and doing something a little different. My friend Marie has a garden and she was talking about going and buying already started seeds like plants, and they're so expensive. I know this is not the typical content I do here on my channel, but so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start her some seeds. I asked her if she wanted some. She said yes, so I'm just gonna start her a bunch of seeds, and it's way cheaper to do it like this. I just have these little seed starting trays. If you guys like this style of content, just like this very laid back, hanging out, starting seeds, chatting, we have a second YouTube channel called The Sweet Life of Zach and Kristi. We're uploading at least twice a week on that channel for like the last few months. We upload a ton of content over there. So if you guys are interested in seeing us build a chicken coop, if you're interested in seeing us plant a full garden, homesteading, life in general, caring for chickens and quail, and building structures. We're gonna be putting the stone on this really cute structure we have over here. There's a ton of different things that we're doing, and a lot of it is just like consuming the majority of our life, which I'll chat with you guys about in this video. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I'm gonna have the link for that channel either up here somewhere down in the description so you guys can check it out and see what we've been up to all the time. Zach just bought this hat. He's out there doing some chores today, so I'm gonna do this while we have a second. Kiddo's down for a nap, so it's the only time we have. You know where that little trowel I got is? The cute little trowel?
No.
Must be under here.
There's a mess in here.
We're just gonna hang out, and I'm gonna pot these up and chat with you guys about life stuff. Normally I would be doing my makeup for something like this, to chat about life, do like a chatty get ready with me. I'm not getting ready today. I threw a teeny bit of makeup on, just a little gloss, teeniest bit of mascara, and I don't have time to be doing that today, but what I do have time for is this. I've said this a million times, and if I've said it before, I'll say it again, is that for some reason on this channel, I overthink every single thing that I do or talk about, because this channel, I know I've talked about broken record, but primarily it started off as not primarily, completely makeup focused channel, and then it became so makeup focused that everything I did was a review, get ready with me, everything was very, very structured around beauty, new releases, PR, events, the beauty space in general. And so to kind of stray outside of that feels very, very odd to me on this YouTube channel. And so I tend to not post instead of posting something like this. And it's like, stop, literally not stop. And it's really hard for me to get out of. I know you guys have told me like a billion times, like, we don't care. And I hear you and I don't believe you. It smells absolutely divine in here right now because I have a jasmine plant growing up the wall, and it's like this most gorgeous, it's Jasmina polyanthum is what it's called, and so it grows and vines up the wall, and it has these white flowers that smell like, in my mind, the only thing I can liken it to, scent wise, is like a candy necklace, or like Victoria's Secret love spell, or like literally candy. So before we hop into the rest of the video, I am so happy to say that today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I am always so honored that they want to continue working with me. We've been partnering up together for about 5 years now, and I just love HelloFresh so much. Specifically this week, I'm going to talk to you guys about it in this video, but I've been having a really bad bout of chronic pain, and I have had zero capacity to be able to handle thinking of what a meal needs to be, thinking of what we're gonna have, just going through the process, getting all the ingredients. It's been impossible for me to barely just survive, much less to be able to think about what we're gonna make. And so HelloFresh makes that so much easier because they are a meal delivery service. They deliver meals directly to your door each week, and in each box comes the meals that you've pre-chosen. They're in a little bag. In the bag are the ingredients to make that meal, and it also comes with a recipe card, and on the back of the recipe card are the steps to make the meal. It's no-brainer, easy, everything's really well balanced, and it's just so good. It has been such a great mental break that I've had, not having to think about that. There was one night I was like, I literally can't cook tonight. I do not know what to make. HelloFresh, we had it and it was absolutely delicious. And this was after coming off of a sickness that me and my kiddo just got over. And he would not eat anything for 3 solid days, nothing. It was meatloaf, and then there was a side of carrots and zucchini, and it had like this onion gravy, and he ate so much of it. And it was like one of the most amazing feelings as a mom to see your kid finally eat after that length of time, but then to see them eat like a ton of veggies felt so good. Anyway, HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime this spring by delivering pre-portioned ingredients and easy to prepare recipes right to your door. You can skip the checkout lines and get outside in the warmer weather because HelloFresh has dinner covered. April is Earth Month, and HelloFresh has always been committed to to a cleaner planet. On average, HelloFresh's meals have a 31% lower carbon footprint than the same meals made from supermarket ingredients. Plus, nearly all HelloFresh packaging materials are curbside recyclable in most areas of the United States. And you don't need to worry if you're not a pro in the kitchen. HelloFresh's foolproof recipes arrive pre-portioned and easy to prepare in just a few steps. These avocado toasts that we had this week were so good. Our kiddo absolutely loved them. I loved them so much. And this one was really fast. The recipe steps on this one were like nothing. It was so fast, way faster than I feel like any meal that I've had so far from HelloFresh. And I would highly recommend. Delicious, awesome for a great breakfast. And I think this is one of the first times I've gotten like a breakfast item from HelloFresh.
Okay, breakfast time. Oh, that egg is perfect, look. Oh, geez. Okay, now that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, now I'm gonna take a bite. That is so good.
If you guys are interested in checking out HelloFresh, which I would highly recommend, you guys can go to HelloFresh.com and use code RawBeauty50 for 50% off, plus your first box ships free. That's HelloFresh.com using code RawBeauty50 for 50% off, plus your first box ships free. And I thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring the beginning portion of today's video and for continuing to work with me now for years and years, and I hope for years to come. And let's just chat about life lately. I feel like I touched on it briefly in my last video, but we're gonna like get into it today. It's been a lot.
Cute.
Me?
Yes, you.
Thanks, babe. Okay, well, while I'm out here, I might as well start myself some seeds. These are ones for our garden that we need to start. And then I'm gonna start some tomatoes and stuff for her. You're cute. If you guys are at all interested in like the whole setup that we have going on here as far as like seed starting containers or anything, then I'm gonna have a video linked like up here or down below where you guys can watch. I made all of these on video, so I have them all linked and everything. Man, life's been a lot lately. It has been a friggin' lot. My kiddo had to get a medical procedure done. That was a big deal. And it has taken a lot of mental prep for me to get here. You know that I have a lot of anxiety. That's no secret to anybody. So it has taken a lot for me to like handle dealing with that. And we're past it now, thank God. But literally the day of the procedure, we both came down with really bad colds. And the week before the procedure, my husband had the flu. That week before, I was like, okay, like we couldn't be around him because he couldn't get sick before the procedure, otherwise we would have had to cancel it. We didn't have to cancel it, thank God. We didn't get the flu, but the day of it, we both got sick. And then before that, I had both an eye infection and something weird going on with my jaw. I know that's really weird, but like my jaw was just like so painful. And I was like, do I have like an ear infection? It almost felt like an ear infection. I just couldn't tell. Anyway, dude, it has been like one thing after another in this family lately. I also had to go to the doctor for some of my health stuff. Like I've talked about you guys about my health stuff for like over the years. I try not to talk about it much online anymore because I just get really annoyed with people saying I'm like attention seeking or whatever. The reality is that I can see and I can acknowledge that talking about stuff on the internet does come off attention seeking me, and I'm not ever trying to do that, so I just quit talking about stuff like that. Like I still talk about like mental health and stuff because it affects everybody, but not everybody does have like chronic illness, not everybody does have like ongoing health issues, health anxiety, stuff like that. So I kind of stopped talking about it online because I don't want people to think that I typically in the past have been like, I don't want people to think that I'm like just attention seeking or whatever, but I've gotten to the point now, like I said in one of my previous videos where I was doing like a face mask in the bathroom, something happened to me with online. And when that situation came up, I gave up on caring about people on the internet. Like I quite literally gave up caring what people think about me and think about what I am doing with my life and what I am blah, 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 blah. And it has freed me from the internet. I feel free from this hellscape that we are all currently in because I just don't care. If somebody thinks I'm attention seeking or whatever, think whatever you want. I can literally tell you like I'm not. And then you're gonna be like, yeah, cool, yeah, you are. So cool story. I'm going to just do with my life what I please, talk about what I want, and that is my health is balls right now. Absolute balls. Like bad, bad, bad. So I have chronic cluster headaches. You guys know this about me. I've been talking about it for a million years on the internet. I'm so sick of talking about it, but it's just a reality of my life now. So I have chronic cluster headaches, and I've had them for, can you guys even believe, I feel it's been almost 12 years now. Crazy behavior. And I am struggling really bad right now with them. My medication, I take triptans, so sumatriptan or rizatriptan, and they are just not working. And the condition is horrendously painful, like just absolutely horrendously painful. And with that, I typically haven't really worried about my head because I've gone to a neurologist, I've been to headache specialists, I've literally tried like a billion medications. I am tired, super tired of caring about my head and how to stop it and how to like blah, 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 blah. I'm so tired of trying to find a reason why or how to stop cluster headaches and all that kind of stuff, that I simply am at the point now that I am like, they just are what they are, and I'm not going to try to like figure out why anymore. I'm just going to accept that I have them and try to treat them when I have them. I can have that mindset when my medication is working, because if I get in horrendous pain, I just take my medication, it kicks in, it works, it takes the pain away. Bada bing, bada boom, we're good to go. Well, that is not the case for me right now. My medication quit working, and typically when my triptan stops working, I can just take a different triptan. So when sumatriptan stopped working, which triptans can do that sometimes, I will just take rizatriptan. And then when rizatriptan stops working, I switch back to sumatriptan. And this has always worked for me for years. Well, sumatriptan stopped working, as it does. Started taking rizatriptan again. Rizatriptan stopped working. So then that was over the course of like a year, it stopped working. Then I switched back to sumatriptan. It's not working nearly as good as it normally would. And it's starting to get nerve-wracking because I have no way to stop my pain. The pain is such that it gives me really bad anxiety thinking about having it, because it's so bad that it is like unbearable to live with. And when you have nothing that can get you out of it, it feels, you start to fear them coming on. I haven't feared cluster headaches in a long time. They suck, they're awful, hate them, but they're not like debilitating to me because I usually have something that can help them. When you have nothing that can help them, it feels really scary because you're like, well, what am I gonna do? If I get one tomorrow, I'm bedridden. I cannot leave the house. I am vomiting, I'm sick, I don't feel good. I am like an absolute shell of myself as a human being. And that's a really, really, really crummy feeling because it's like helpless feeling. And I'm not saying any of this to get like sympathy or blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying this to say like, this is where I've been and this is why my mentality has been a little bit weird lately. Because I normally am able to like just have sort of I have no control over this, but I have something that helps me. And right now I don't have anything that helps me. And it's been a really, 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 really scary time for me because I can't rely on being able to have good days anymore. And so on my bad days, they've been just sending me into a loop and spiral of fear and anxiety because they are so bad that I'm like, dude, it's gonna take my entire day. And we have so much going on right now with our lives that it's like I cannot miss a day of life. I have a toddler, I have work that I have to get done. We are building a chicken coop right now. We have 17 chickens, 15 quail, and 2 cats, and neck deep in having work that needs to get done. We have an active compost. We have 2 YouTube channels that we're running. You know, we are having a homestead to take care of, a garden, seed starting, friends, community, hangouts, all that kind of stuff. And so with chronic pain on top of that, it has been absolutely so scary and brutal to have my medication not work and not know if I'm going to be able to like function. Most days I haven't been able to function. And the pain is like, I cannot describe how bad it is. There is no, like, I'm not trying to like be a little wimpy kitty baby whiner about it, but like, oh my God, it's been so bad. And then on top of all of this, so like my health's been shitty, my medication's not working, I'm still waiting on referral to neurologist. So my neurologist that I've been working with for years had to stop practicing because he got diagnosed with a rare type of cancer. So I don't have a neurologist right now. And so I'm being referred to a new one, and you know what referrals are like if you've ever had a referral. They take forever. It's not something that's easy. It's not like you get in that same day or anything. Like it's not like that. So I'm waiting on referral to neurology, see if there's anything else that can be done for me. At my last neurologist appointment, he told me, like, in so many words, you're kind of out of options, because there are cluster headaches and then there are chronic cluster headaches. And the type that I have are really difficult to treat, if not near impossible. It was more, instead of treating them, trying to prevent them, it's like just try to abort them when they come, because they're going to come. There's no preventative that has worked for me so far. Going to a new neurologist doesn't really feel like that exciting to me, because the last one has basically told me, like, we're kind of at a loss of what to do. So yeah, I'm just waiting on that. And then I started on a new medication for more health concerns that I've had. It's just been really fun around here, you guys. And that one makes me feel crazy. Not in a funny good way, in a like I drank 40 cups of coffee way, which I already suffer with an anxiety disorder. That's pretty under control right now. I feel pretty good in that regard. Really happy to say. So yeah, that new medication, bleh, it makes me feel so shitty, but I have to take it. And it makes every day difficult to get through. It's just been like a one thing after another. And like, as much as all of this is, it's like I can handle a lot of it, but doing all of this with also taking care of a toddler, oh, brutal, my friends. So I am sorry if it's coming off like I'm too whiny. I'm really not trying to. I have been in a place. And so trying to get all the YouTube videos done on this channel, trying to come up with concepts, ideas, be funny, have chronic pain, have a toddler, have life that you have to take care of, have 32 birds you're taking care of, which was our choice. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, that it's the excuse. It's an excuse of why I have been not as active, because I am so active. Unbelievably so, outside of YouTube. And YouTube, honestly, we've been putting so much time and effort into our other channel that it has made this channel just kind of not take a back seat. I hate to even say that, but like, we are building a chicken coop literally every single day that we have even one spare second. We're out here building chicken coops. Plus, we have a mouse infestation. That's been really fun. We have found 2 mice in the house. And that is on top of all the ones that we have in our pump house, in our garage. That's what happens when you live on acreage in the woods. Like, it's just literally a part of having this lifestyle, which no complaining. I literally love this lifestyle so much. But if there's one thing that stresses my husband out, it is mice. Just a lot, you know? On top of holidays, you know, you have your illnesses that come through. I got this weird eye infection that I had to throw away my favorite mascara that I was using because my eye was just like inflamed. Every time I would put my makeup on, it was like so bad. It was a sty. It was just like a sty infection, but enough so that I was like, dude, I literally can't wear makeup. For like over a week, I couldn't wear any makeup. So that's what we've got going on as far as where things have been life-wise, and it has been something. I'm just seeing like the state of the world. Like, honestly, I'm sure that you guys can all agree. It's been pretty unfathomably horrifying in every way possible. And knowing that everything is so intense, and like food prices soaring and hyperinflation, and like just, you know, the threat of war and all of that stuff. Like, we are not meant to live in this heightened state of anxiety all the time as a nation, as a world. Like, we are not meant to live like this. We are meant to live slow and peaceful and comfortable and in community, and we don't. I'm not trying to like be so down and like that. I'm sure that a lot of us feel the stress of everything. And then we're talking about like, you know, smaller things, but on a larger scale of like the TikTok ban and like fucking Elon Musk charging for Twitter verification and Facebook and Instagram following suit. And it's just like, I know that at the end of the day, those things pale in comparison to the realities of like so many of the horrific things that are happening right now in the world. it's just for me to point out that like, it's like this constant doom news that's happening and all of us feel it. And so on top of all of these other things that I'm talking about, it just feels like there's so much going on all of the time and I can't just like rest. I feel like heightened all the time. Like I have to look around for doom, and I like to live this slow, peaceful, beautiful life, and it feels a little like I'm fighting an uphill battle with that, you know, especially when you're online. But we could talk about some good things for a minute. There are good things happening as well, and that is that I have a 2.5-year-old, and he is the most bright, I mean, smart doesn't even begin to describe my child. He's like a child prodigy. I know every mom probably says that about their kids, but my God, my kid is so freaking smart. He knows the full alphabet. He knows how to spot letters. He can say M is and he's just like so smart. I cannot believe how absolutely intelligent this child is. I don't feel like he got that from me. I feel like he is just his own absolutely wonderful, smart, hilarious, adorable angel. Like, oh, I cannot with him. Being his mommy is just the best. Being a mom in general is just, oh my God, the highlight of my life. I just absolutely love him so much. It makes me physically ill to even think about it. Like, he is so wonderful. Oh, it's just the joy of my life. Watching him play with other kids. We went to the Children's Museum today, and just watching him like have so much fun with the other kids. Well, I would say he has fun, but honestly, kids at this age, like toddler age, 2.5, they're so competitive with one another. I find that our son really likes almost hanging out with older kids better. He prefers to be around like anybody, I would say older than like 5, because everybody his own age is, it's like competition, like back up. Anyway, anytime I talk about anything that's like kind of negative or like health concerned or anything like that, I feel so bad because I don't want to put out bad vibes into the universe. I don't want to put out negativity. I'm really not trying to do that, actually. I'm just trying to like be honest and just say like how things are going as far as, you know, life is concerned, and all life contains good and bad. And my life is mostly really great. The health stuff is really demoralizing and it's really rough. To try to get past it mentally and to not let it take me too far into a negative space, because it can start to feel, I have like this, I'm still in therapy twice a week, but I have this thing where I go to like a very black and white place, like it's all or nothing. And so when I'm in pain, I'm like, this is my life now. And then when I'm out of pain, I'm like, oh, well, everything's always been perfect. So it's really easy for me to get stuck in those mindsets. So like a huge part of therapy for me has been trying to not be all or nothing, trying to not be black and white about things, because nothing is like that in life. Like life is not all or nothing. Life is very much so like one day is bad, the next day is good. Sometimes you wake up with a headache, sometimes you wake up feeling amazing, sometimes like it feels like you're living in Snow White's fairy tale, sometimes it's like what is this hell on earth. That's just like life, and it never has been forever, so I have to like tell myself that. It's like a very constant like conversation I have to have with myself. I don't try to be like that or try to be too like woe is me and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes it can feel that way, and I'm trying to have a positive spin on things and try to like carry on living life and accept that each day is different and that no day has ever been forever, even though sometimes the bad days like extend a lot, like this chronic pain flare up or whatever you want to call it that I'm in has been like, oh, it's just, it gets so tiring to feel bad every single day, and I know that a lot of people might be like, lose weight. And it's like, okay, I'm trying. I have conditions that stop it from happening. We need to get a lot of this in the ground. Look at all these starts are looking so good. That chamomile. Where do you want to put chamomile this year? Overall, I'm doing all right. And I think that, you know, as kiddo gets even older, it'll get even easier. It's still like a full-time thing at his age. I know that's, you know, as kids get older, it's gotten easier, and I find that it's so much easier than when he was a baby, but even still, like, just there's a lot of it's just a lot. So I find it really hard to manage my time with being the mom that I want to be, and also like all the life stuff that I want to do, and continuing to feel like I have the ability to like give a lot online other than in 2 channels. I know that this is my primary channel, but man, it's been really fun to upload to the other one. I like absolutely love that channel so much and have been really having fun building, and I feel like it's my calling in life to build structures. It has been a huge learning process, but I want to build like tiny little cabins, and I want to make like curly twirly adorable like cedar cabins. Oh my god, I think that would just be like the funnest thing ever. And I'm gonna do it. Zach and I built together, and it's really fun. I want to get my health under control though, and like hopefully finally get to a place where I feel like okay, because just my insulin resistance, I just don't feel good. Like it's like an overall poor, I just don't feel all right. And then having to like take care of a child on top of that, and like take care of life, take care of all these animals. Like I need to be able to feel good to live a homesteading lifestyle, because homesteading is so much more work than just living regularly, that I love it. It's work I love to do, and it fills my soul and it fulfills me in a lot of ways, but I need to be able to like have the energy and not be in constant pain. So I'm trying to get there. And I'm doing all of it like not filming on here and talking about it or anything, because I feel like it's just, we're in a different place too online. I feel like you used to be able to talk about like your personal like health journeys, and I hesitate to even say weight loss because it's all negatively associated with like diet culture and things like that. And so I tend to just keep it offline now, whereas where I used to like talk about it and, you know, do like updates and talk about like my feelings towards myself. And I was very self-deprecating, but I don't have like self-deprecation. I love myself and my life and my health that I do have, and I just want to improve it by any means necessary. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, hanging out with me. I'm gonna fill the rest of these trays. I've got 18 more seed spots to put in, and we've got a ton started for her, so this is gonna be nice and save her a ton of money on her garden, because gardening is expensive. All right, well, I know this is totally different from my typical videos here on my YouTube channel, but if you guys like this style of content, if you'd like to just hang out, if you would like to see us building, chatting, bickering, the thing that'll separate you, building a chicken coop together when you don't know angles. I almost failed math, okay? D- in every class of math in high school. And so learning how to do angles for a pitch of a roof, very difficult. Will bring you to the edge of your marriage. Just kidding, we're fine, but I'll kill you. Okay, well, I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. And again, thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye. Well, I thought I would update at the end of this video, because in this video I talked about having a mouse issue, and I also showed you guys that I was planting 72 seeds. I went in the next day, and a mouse had dug up every single one of the seeds I planted on this video. All the seeds I did for myself, and I cried for probably a solid 30 minutes because I spent like 4 hours out in the greenhouse, filmed this entire video, and it was for nothing. So, mice!